bacon and freshly baked bread bring a dribble of saliva to their lips. Moaning, they scour the menu. They are ravenous in their contemplations and ready to devour the fare placed in front of them. As you watch them pile in the door, mouths watering, eyes hungry for the food waiting, so close yet so far away behind the sneeze guard, you have the lingering notion that it all feels a bit apocalyptic. Like, how the hell are you, one person, supposed to feed all of these human beings? Fear not, dear server, the trick is not in the serving itself, but instead how you look at the pod of people as a whole. With the continuous thought rotating through your head, it cannot last forever, you begin. Smile, greet, take the order, make the food, repeat. And you do this as mindlessly as possible, so as not to interrupt your thought process until the lineup is no more. Usually you can get through the rush with little to no mishaps. Usually. It was the second last day before we were to close down the shop permanently. We had made the official Facebook announcement to our patrons, explaining that running the business has become increasingly difficult for just me. It was not financially viable to continue to keep it open, especially since we did not see any potential buyers on the horizon. As with all official announcement on social media, this came with a plethora of suggestions from people who definitely had the answer to the question we were not asking. Well, why don't you just hire staff? A well-intentioned customer wrote. Oh my God. Why the hell didn't I think of hiring staff? Well, geez Louise, we could have avoided losing our business and having to do the hardest thing of our life by just hiring a few staff members. Shucks, now I'm so mad I didn't think of that. Look, I don't want to be one of those business owners, but I will lay the cold hard facts on you. A minimum wage worker costs $15 an hour here in Alberta, Canada, which we were happy to pay, don't get me wrong. The problem was to find someone who is multitask in the ways of running a till, able to speak and make eye contact with customers. This was actually a very rare trait to come across, can handle their own during a rush and take it upon themselves to clean when it's slow. Oh yeah, and be happy to live off a part-time sandwich shop salary. Plus, there was the looming threat that we were trying to sell the business. So this gig probably wouldn't be a lasting thing. Prospective employees just weren't into it, and I don't blame them. We had another chap write on our very public page that anyone looking for equipment should message us because, and I quote, they are probably going broke and will need the money. Look, friend, we were broke long before we decided to sell this place. Thank you very much. So it was the second last day and I was manning the lunch rush solo. It's funny how it all buffed out. For months, we had just been scraping by because, who knows, we were old news or whatever. But as soon as we announced our farewell, everyone told us how much we were loved and appreciated in the community. I don't want to be bitter. I know it gives me worry lines. But come on, people. Why do you feel the need to tell me how angry you are that we're closing because we made the best damn sandwich you've ever tasted? You say this as a dollop of mayo rests ever so lazily on the ridge of your chin. I smile and nod at your woes and decide not to tell you about the mayo, a small but seemingly fitting way to part our short friendship. I want to tell all these people in a short, clipped voice of an overworked, underpaid, highly irritated elementary school teacher that if you support the small business you like, then this does not happen. They do not close down. They continue to grow and flourish and become the large chain stores they all hated so desperately in the first place. It's like this vicious circle of consumerism that we have all grown to accept. As I switched on the open sign and unlocked the doors, I saw that I was already faced with a sidewalk full of anticipatory panini people. Oh, for the love of all things glutinous and cheesy, I whispered to myself as the horror of what was about to befall me came entirely into view. And then it began, A wave of humans rushed through the door. By 11:30 a.m., I realized that I was quickly running out of cheese. By 11:45 a.m., I had a fellow chef who had come for lunch, but because he is well versed in the food industry, could not stand idly by while I drown in my own failure as a short order cook, hop online to assist me in getting through the lineup. By 12 noon, I was on the verge of telling every single person in the place to fuck right off and just go to the subway down the street. By 12:10 p.m., I had a little comeback